Moses and Israelites, 40 years in wilderness. God chose Moses as the leader to free the Israelites from their bondage and lead them to the promised land. After a series of miraculous events and the 10 plagues that afflicted Egypt, Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. They crossed the Red Sea, which God parted for them, and thus escaped the pursuing Egyptian army. They traveled through the desert for 3 days without finding any water. When they finally came across water at a place called Marah, they were excited and relieved. However, the water at Marah was bitter and undrinkable, causing the Israelites to complain to Moses. In response to their complaints, Moses cried out to God for help. God showed Moses a piece of wood, which he threw into the water. Miraculously, the water became sweet and drinkable. This event demonstrated God's provision and care for the Israelites even in the midst of their challenges. However, due to various trials and tribulations, including their lack of faith in God and disobedience, the Israelites' journey through the wilderness turned into a much longer ordeal. As a consequence of their disobedience, God decreed that the generation of Israelites who had left Egypt would not enter the promised land. Instead, they would wander in the wilderness for 40 years until that generation had passed away. During this time in the wilderness, they complained that they did not have enough food. They said it would be better to be slaves in Egypt than to starve in the wilderness. To teach the Israelites to trust Him, the Lord sent bread from heaven for them to pick up each day. They called the bread manna. It tasted like honey. For a time, the Lord also sent quail for the Israelites to eat. In the morning they picked up manna, and in the evening they gathered quail. The Lord wanted the Israelites to learn to trust Him. In this way, He took care of them in the wilderness. Still time by time, Israelites grumbled against the Lord. The Lord sent serpents to help them be humble and remember Him. The serpents bit the people, and many of the people died. Soon the people repented. The Lord told Moses to make a serpent out of brass and attach it to a pole. When the people were bitten and looked at the brass serpent, the Lord saved them. The story of Moses and the Israelites in the wilderness serves as a lesson in faith, obedience, and perseverance. It emphasizes the importance of trusting in God's guidance and adhering to His